This episode is brought to you by Old Navy.
Shop Old Navy activewear for the fam in-store and online at oldnavy.com.
Might I say, the giggles were there.
I think I was really fucking annoying this week. You're laughing so much.
Cheers, because
Said my depression is cured, baby. I feel great. So I was like, if I want to get off this island tonight, I have to act quick.
that's when you know it's a good episode.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Gals on the Go podcast. It's Brooke.
And Danielle, and I'm already laughing.
You're already laughing.
Buckle up, sit tight, relax, enjoy the show, because this is the annual Gals Nantucket trip recap. Fourth annual.
Fourth annual. Things looked a little different this year. Smirk. Or like the eyes emoji. Things look different.
I had the pleasure, the absolute honor of sharing not just a room, but a bed with Miss Brooke Miccio. And might I say, the giggles were there.
They were there. I was going to say not only the room, not only the bed, but the entire, what do we want to guest house? The entire... I was going to say outhouse, but that's like the loo. It's not the outhouse. The isolation cabin.
The gals were in the isolation cabin. We went on the most amazing brand trip to Nantucket with Sam Edelman, which was so cool because we've gone to Nantucket the last 3 years as kind of like a little tradition.
It looks a little different, I feel like, every year, but we're at the core of it. Like, you and I are like, we just love the place so much. It feels like home. I mean, I feel like I can get around without a map at this point. Like,
I literally can. You were like, oh, if you want to go to that store that you liked that had these things, let's go on this street. I was like, how do you even remember? I bought a coffee table book at this store on this street.
Yeah, I don't remember the street names, but like I have such a good, like I have a sense of direction enough to be, like it feels familiar to me now. You know, we've been enough time.
Not my home, but I know my way around.
That's literally the perfect use for it, though. That thing.
With Nantucket.
Yep. Love the place so much, and we went back fourth time. Sam Edelman took Daddy Sam flew us out.
No, Daddy Sam. He is still, like they were telling us, he's like still very involved in the company, which we love. Like, is in the office every day, dressed to the nines. Him and his wife Libby. Like, we know the whole story, and we're obsessed. And this was Sam Edelman's first brand trip, so we were really honored to be on it. This episode's not sponsored or anything. No. We just are here to
it's like hard to not plug it every 5 seconds though, because they did like an amazing trip. So I mean, it's gonna that was the trip, like, was, you know, it was
amazing and just so special. And they got this sick house on Nantucket.
Insane estate. I feel like normally we stay in town, like in a more humble accommodation, you know, like, because we're like, okay, like it will be, we've stayed in a variety of places, really. But never ever a sprawling estate with multiple houses. And I mean, it looked like we were, I don't even know, you couldn't even tell where we were because it was just sprawling green from like as far as the eye could see almost.
Sprawling green. It was so beautiful. We were also saying like this house must have been built literally yesterday because it still smelled like fresh paint and construction in a good way. Like it was,
I love that smell. Love that smell.
It was so clean and beautiful and modern and chic all at the same time. The pool, there was a hot tub, like, oh my gosh, they had like those big doors, you know, for the kitchen, like the outdoor kitchen. Like, you know, the Kardashians, they just have their doors open to their backyard.
Oh, yes, like the sliding doors. Yeah, that just, yes, but in LA, a lot of people
have. In LA, they do that.
I mean, like the rich people.
It's better there, I guess.
Rich people have that.
Yeah, rich people have that. Yes.
It's very like, loud wealth.
Loud wealth.
Not quiet.
Not quiet luxury.
No. No, the house was insane. And they were saying that the owners of the house, like there's another house on the property that they like they stay at. I don't even, people were replying to comments on our stuff saying that they're getting married on the property. I think that would be amazing.
I would love to get married there. It was beautiful,
gorgeous. I mean, it would fit a ton of people, like if you,
it really
you know?
would. Like there's so much, I mean, there's so much room for activity. Like I already know where the bridal suite would be, where the ceremony would be, like, but there's also multiple options for the ceremony.
I didn't even explore the whole house.
No,
I'm gonna be honest. Like there's a lot of rooms that I just didn't enter because it was so big. It was so big,
and seriously, it was so cool. So they basically, I feel like they kind of invited a lot of like bestie duos, kind of. I mean, I'm not for sure, but like I think that was the vibe, or just people that were already friends or social media, you know.
Yeah, because it was with the intention of like you're sharing a room. Like that was very much so like from the start. It was like, hey, you're invited, and like your roommate would be this person.
Definitely. So then when we get to the house, they're like, okay, we're gonna show everyone their rooms, whatever. And they're like, Brooke and Danielle, you guys are in the private suite.
Private suite. I was like, let's fucking go. Yes, let's fucking go. No, I was like, oh my God, Danielle, we're in the private suite.
We were so excited. So we got our own house, basically. Like, it was literally our own house. We had our own staircase and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced they put us in the house because they know, like, I would assume we've known each other the longest.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure, except for Rach and Noelle. I'm not sure how long they've known each other.
I think we've known each other longer than because they started around the same time as us, and I know that they didn't become friends.
Oh,
until,
okay. So there you go.
Yeah,
I think they were like, the gals, first of all, they have a podcast. They talk
Yes.
constantly. And they're the closest and they know each other the best. So let's put them in the house.
We don't know this. We don't know. This is just our assumption.
theorizing.
We don't.
We were
The
like,
whole
surely
time
that's
we were
why.
like, it's not because we're a bad vibe or anything.
Yeah, it's like, surely they just know, like, because I feel like if they put two people in there that don't know each other as well,
Then
it'd be
it's
like,
giving isolation cabin
It's
and
giving
Hallie
isolation.
and what's
Hallie and Annie.
Annie and
Hallie, Annie.
and then they have the pictures and they put
Yeah.
them together. We really should have done a skit there.
I know. I said, I was like, Brooke, we could do the peanut butter Oreo trend. Never mind.
I'm allergic.
Trend.
So hot right now. Yeah, that.
According to Hallie, or was it Annie? Who did it? Hallie.
Yeah, it was
The one from
the
Napa did it.
American.
The American.
Of course.
Of course. Hallie doesn't do that.
She was too posh for that.
Yeah, very posh. But oh my gosh, having our own house, like, game over. The giggles were giggling.
Next level. I just feel like the whole trip was just like really good, clean fun. I mean, that's all that I can say. Yeah.
Fun.
Getting there. I mean, let's just start with getting there because everyone was like, I feel like the travel was like, also like you get a bunch of influencers, like people are going to dramatize things, you know,
Yeah,
and
we're
like
gonna
play
lean
into
in.
the bit and whatever. So like people are like, I feel like the travel was really, you know, whatever. And it really wasn't. Like we just are girls on the go.
We are girls on the go, as people say that don't actually know the name of our show.
That's the funniest thing to me. Like when we get
We're
these,
like, I really want to be on your podcast, Girls on the Go.
yeah. How'd you start Girls on the Go?
It's so gals. It's gals on the go.
Yeah. Or we get like a pitch. They're like, I'm pitching my talent.
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, unfortunately,
But you didn't
I love
get the name
replying.
right.
I love a reply. Like
You do.
The gals on the go will not be able to accommodate at this time.
No, my favorite is when you go in there with a snarky reply, like, or like if people spell our names wrong or something. My favorite is Brooke without the E. It's like, that's just not correct.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to be on the show, like,
I just am like, you know, we got to triple check. Like,
gotta triple check.
yeah,
our
no,
sources
it's
here.
okay. I digress. No. So to get there, Danielle and I, let me preface by saying we've never had travel problems when we go to Nantucket. Not
Well, why am I knocking on wood? Because
no,
it happened.
no. When we go to Nantucket, every time it's been extremely seamless. The flight is about 40 minutes, wheels up to wheels down. They said from LaGuardia to Nantucket, they operate Delta flights. It's literally fantastic for the gals. We get, you know, automatically upgraded because that's our airline of choice. And like no one's on the plane, so like
It's amazing.
yeah,
We like dress up a bit, or well,
you did. You decided to dress up a bit.
you always have in the past to Nantucket.
I feel like because it was discussed. This case, I was like, I mean, we have like 8 activities in this day. Like, you know, they gave us like a pair of shoes for every activity. So I knew like that. I knew what was coming up that day. So I was like, I can be comfy in the morning. Then like, I'll get to it with the activities.
Yeah.
I mean, now I see why my mom says to dress up for the airport because you never know what twists and turns the day is going to throw at you, and you might end up, you know, on a boat, and you might want to take a cute picture, and then you're in sweatpants. So just saying. Word to the wise.
I can't. Thank God you're speaking because I can't stop laughing.
But so we tell everybody, and I have to preface this also by saying how fucking annoying we were to literally the entire
so
group. Were like,
annoying.
You know, everyone's like first time, and I was like, it's our 4th. We're very familiar with yeah.
We're very familiar with the island. Just you wait, guys. Those mudslides, so good. Oh, there's this one store we gotta take you guys to.
We would
We weren't trying to be
everything.
annoying. We were just trying to be helpful. But every time it came out of my mouth, I was like, I sound so annoying.
So annoying. I couldn't not be as annoying as I was on this trip. Actually, I had one of those reflections last night when I was sleeping in my own bed. I was like, I think I was really fucking annoying this week.
Not for me. You were
Yeah.
You were a delight.
Really, To you, I
think
was.
the meds kicked in. No.
You were saying that when I was twirling around in that grass, I said, my depression is cured, baby. I feel great. Yeah.
Okay,
we're going down a million paths. So to get there, normal Nantucket flight, we board, we take off on time. The flight like kind of goes on like a little bit longer than normal, I feel like. I started to notice.
Well, I see the island.
You see it.
You couldn't because you were in the aisle.
I got, when they give you the courtesy upgrade, we know the seat very well where the curtain hits your leg. I was not in that seat, but I was in the front seat so you don't like get to, I know it's such a hard problem. I got automatically upgraded due to how much I travel with Delta, but it was like on a tiny, tiny plane. And you're laughing so much.
It's because
the welcoming committee.
The welcoming committee. So we hadn't seen basically anyone on the trip yet. This is not even that funny.
It was though, because like it just kept. Sorry. It was because we were texting each other, and it was one of those texts that was just so good that like, oh my God, I'm concerned you're gonna see like tear lines in the foundation.
No, it was so funny. So Brooke's in the front row, in the front seat, and we hadn't, like when you're headed on a trip with people or you're going to hang out and you're like, okay, I gotta like charge my battery, like I gotta get ready, like we hadn't talked to anyone.
We
else
hadn't
on the
talked
trip
to
yet.
anyone.
We basically knew everyone that was going, and we were really excited. But so we like got on the plane and we were like, okay, like once we land, then it'll be like social time. But then you realized when you got in the front seat,
I was in the front seat and in the aisle. So like I was basically in the aisle. So you really couldn't go past me without saying hi. I was basically like, like the troll under the bridge. Like I was right there. I was like, oh. And I just started doing it. People were so caught off guard. I was like, good morning, ladies. And they were like, oh my God, hi. I was like,
she was the welcoming.
I was like, welcome to the trip. Like, and I just kept the bit going and going. And
every single girl on the trip that would walk on the plane, it's like, because I was like a couple rows behind Brooke, so I would see them and they're just like looking straight. Like when you're boarding a flight, you're just
focused.
looking straight. And then you just hear Brooke go, hey. She just looked, every single person would just look down and be like, oh, hello.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
Oh, hello. I didn't realize you guys were,
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really funny. But anyway, so we're up in there, normal flight, we're circling around. Well, then we realized, I guess, that we were circling. And then they come over the intercom, making an announcement. They said, hey guys, there's just a little holdup at the Nantucket airport. Like one of the runways is a little, occupied.
There was a plane there that they had to move.
Yes. And they're like, we're going to wait another 10 minutes later.
We're circling. My stomach is upside down. Like, we're circling in ways that shouldn't be circled.
Yeah, we were
safe, but like...
Safe, but...
Like, ooh.
That's never happened before to us. Yeah. Like,
yeah, no. We were like, guys, every time we've flown in Nantucket, we've never circled.
Yeah,
like, we're being so annoying. Brooke starts a chat, which was very not you.
I really did a lot of things that were out of character on this trip.
Like normally I feel like I'm the person that's like starting the group chat.
I felt so isolated in that row. Like I was like, what's going on back there? I heard laughs. I wanted to feel part of something.
I know.
Like I was like, I want to be. And Danielle and I were just texting separately. I was like, are we aligned with everybody else on the, I wanted to make sure.
Exactly. So you made a little group chat.
Yeah, we made a group chat. We're circling. And then they say, okay, guys, the runway's still not clear. And you know how it goes. They're going to run out of fuel. They don't say that, but like, that's what you're thinking. They're like, we have to land. So we
need to refuel.
We're going to divert to Providence, Rhode Island. And you hear everybody on the flight go, like you heard all the guy next to me was pissed. He was pissed.
Oh yeah.
So pissed.
You had lots of guys. Oh yeah, I do have tear marks down my eye. That's when you know it's a good episode.
So we land at Providence, pull up to the gate. They're like, guys, we're not getting off the plane. We're literally just going to put a little more fuel in. We're going to get back up. The runway is clear at Nantucket now, by the way. We're like, amazing. It's going to be a quick 20-minute flight to Nantucket. And we'll be on our way.
Everyone's talking about where they're going. The guy next to me is like, I'm so excited. First time. Everyone's in good spirits.
Yeah, there was some camaraderie, I feel like, on the plane.
Yes, like, hoorah.
Yeah, there was. The guy not next to me, but like on the other side, he was like, is anybody else freezing cold? Mind you, it was like when New York City was going through that heat wave. It was literally 100 degrees. Like,
and
everybody.
It was also hot on Nantucket.
Yeah, and every person was like, no. Like, no one agreed. And I felt bad. That about me felt bad. I was like, no one agreed with him, and he looked like an idiot. I was like, I'm wearing a sweatshirt, so maybe like I'm wearing
a sweatshirt, so maybe I would be cold.
I said, but the guy was freezing. Like, I don't know what happened. So then he like stood up in the doorway to like get, I was like, you should stand.
Told him.
I told him. I was like, go stand in the doorway, get some warmth. The flight attendant meant business on that flight. She was
Not having that.
No.
But she let him eventually stand there to
Yeah,
warm
well,
up
because he was like, can I go off the plane? And I was like, just stand in the doorway, don't go off the plane.
while they were refueling.
There was also problems with the bathroom lines.
We had to, guys, this is the craziest thing. I've never really heard of this. So someone was in the bathroom and the guy that you told to go thaw out was standing. So I was like, I can also stand. So I get up and I was just being polite, but I was like, I'm just going to wait in line for the bathroom. Is that all right? Like, I wasn't actually asking. I was, because the seatbelt sign was off, you know.
And
whatever.
we were fully fueling, we're good.
Yeah,
like,
we're good.
We're on the ground at a gate, parked at a gate, to be
Parked
clear.
at a gate, like people were up and about the cabin, you know. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then she, in front of everyone, was like, "No, you have to sit down and wait in line." I'm like, "Wait in line, sitting down." So then she begins a sitting queue
For the bathroom.
for the
Yep.
bathroom, and
Yeah.
so like, thank God I was up next, because the people trying to figure out, it's like, how do you know there's a line if there's no line?
There's no way of knowing except that it was her rules and it was her plan. She took the authority very seriously.
She was like pointing to people like, okay, you're up next
Yeah.
after the guy in the yellow shirt, and then the girl in the striped shirt is after that guy, and like
She
you
had
have
a
to
system.
remember.
No, and then I was like, can I join the line? She's like, okay, you could be third. Like,
I couldn't believe you joined the line too, because you're like
I
a
was
camel.
like, you know what, fuck it. I'll join the line too.
Something to do.
Oh
So
my
then
God.
we finally refuel, and they're like, okay, guys, we're prepared
We're gonna
to take off.
yeah,
you know,
so then we
doing all the things.
Pull away
buckle
from the gate, we get excited. We're like, finally got
up. Yay, Nantucket bound.
We are on the runway for what feels like an abnormally long period of time for a small airport.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
5 minutes, 10 minutes, but we're like going. Did you notice that? Like we
Yeah,
were
we're
steadily
moving
like
slowly.
moving. Come to find out, then we get a little announcement over the speaker. Hey guys, and I felt so bad. He definitely like he was like,
It's never their
"Ugh,"
fault.
like I gotta tell him this.
They
He was
did not
trying to
wanna
let us
tell
down
us.
easy. He's like, guys, we're cleared for takeoff. Nantucket's ready to go. Only problem is that we just noticed a mechanical error while we were refueling. So now we actually have to get our mechanical team to check it and verify. So we're going to have to go back to the gate. You will be able to get off the plane this time. We don't know how long this will take. So we pull back to the gate. And then at this point, people start making moves. I see the man 2 seats back. That's when or maybe he got off
He actually
the first
got
time.
off the first time.
He knew. He's like, I know how this goes. I'm out of here.
He literally, guys, left the flight. While we were refueling, he was like a businessman. They had
Yeah.
just congratulated him on being a million miler. So he
Congratulations.
Congrats.
That's a big
he was
move.
famous in our area. We knew him in our area, as in our
On the
seating
plane.
area. I was like, oh, that guy's a million miler.
It's a
And
big
he
deal.
left, and he did the right thing. He knew what he was doing.
He was ready to go. This time, people start making moves. They get off. Well, we all got off the plane. I think we had to get off the plane.
We had to get off the plane for that, and they were like,
We don't really
it
know.
could be 10 minutes, it could be 6 hours. We have no idea. The best thing. to
Yeah,
hear.
they're like, it will be at least an hour though. So we were like, okay, I guess we'll go get.
Oh, they did say that. Yeah.
We'll get some lunch. An hour before we'll hear anything.
Yeah.
They told us that at least. We're like, okay, I guess we'll go get some lunch. At first, it was kind of like a little fun side quest.
It's like, oh, he could use lunch anyways. Like,
They need some more offerings in the airport, in the Delta
Yeah.
terminal at the Providence Airport. We could talk about that later.
yeah.
We go back to the gate. We're looking for an update. They're like, no update. An hour passes, 2 hours. We're eating into our day at this point. This would have been outfit number 3 had we been on Nantucket. I
This
would have
is
been in my
true.
3rd pair of Sam Edelman shoes.
Yeah. We'd be on Sam Edelman shoe number 3.
Yeah. Still my sweatpants. You were just cute. That was good. You did a good job there.
Thank
We
you.
we learned the man-child dance. We were sitting with our group. Then we finally found everybody that was going on the trip. Social
did.
battery was warmed up.
Yeah, warmed up, and it was actually kind of cute in a way. We all
It
got
was.
to bond over it, and what we're just keep waiting. So then I'm like, Brooke, I really want to do the man-child dance with you. Brooke was down to learn it, which was so fun.
I wasn't going to be a stick in the mud at that point. It was, we were.
No, but I didn't have to. I just said, do you want to learn it? And you're like, yeah. There was no.
You were
sticks in the
then you ended up teaching a class. Some people joined in.
mud. Fully in front of everyone, by the way, on our
Yep.
flight. We were just at the little gate area by the
Yeah.
desk, teaching dances,
Yeah,
learning dances.
yeah. Now that I think about it, we were kind of running shit at that airport. because
we were the talk of the town.
no, we were, because all the other groups around us were like looking to us to what we were doing.
Yeah, they were like, what are you guys doing? But then
It's somehow
Brooke and Kelsey Kotzer were like kind of starting to scheme, like, all right, like Kelsey especially was like, this has happened to me before,
Yeah.
and I just could see it being a thing where they keep pushing it back, the flight attendants time out, or whatever, and I just don't want to be stuck here.
Well, we all were like, we're not missing it. The trip is only 2 days. Like,
Yeah,
we don't
there's
want
2 nights, 3 days.
Really, we
like-
don't want to miss the trip. So, of course, we, make moves. One thing about Danielle knows this about me, but I think you really learned it on this trip.
Well, you put a word to it.
I'm team go.
Brooke is always team go. As soon as there was mention of another mode of transportation to get to Nantucket, I'll never forget, you stood up and you were like, I'm team go, so let's do this.
And everybody else just stayed sitting down, and I felt like I had to be like a politician convincing people to go.
You were.
I was like, look, you have options, but I think that you should.
But I think you should go
vote
with
for
my
the-
option. You should vote for Michio.
Vote team go, Mitchie.
Team go. You're like, I'm always team go, so
I am.
think we should do the ferry, I think the ferry was the best option.
Yeah, because we were on Rhode Island. I mean, you have to get to Nantucket by boat or plane.
Yeah, like it's an island. There's
Yeah.
there's not even a bridge.
No, it's 60 miles out.
Yeah, there's
like
no
it's
bridge
it's
that
out there.
long.
Yeah,
No
it's
causeway.
completely. Can you imagine? Nantucket Causeway. So we were like, how are we going to get there? And then we start scheming up. Actually, I had already looked into it. I will say this. I sent a screenshot when we were on the plane
oh my
the
God,
first
yes,
time.
I forgot.
I said, look, I sent an alternative option, and everyone thought I was joking.
We were all ha-haing the message. It was a screenshot, like, can you get to Nantucket from Providence on a boat or something?
Yeah, or how to get to Nantucket from, and it was an option that showed the drive to the ferry and then the ferry, and then you're on Nantucket. You're in the middle of town, so it's like literally the perfect transportation option.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that sounds easy and doable.
Our Nantucket group chat right now is going off, Brooke.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
we got the photos or something's happening.
We've been waiting for
I
these.
got
photos.
a text.
Okay, so I somehow team go, we get the green light. We're like, we're gonna go. We're gonna leave this place. We're gonna leave this airport. We made a friend.
Oh my God, there was this older gentleman with us, and he kept like interjecting in the conversation.
He did. He asked us what we do. He's like, is this a hen do or something? He asked.
He asked you that?
Yeah, he asked if we were. He asked if it was not a hen do, but he said, is this a? He didn't say bachelorette. He
Hen
said,
is like European.
I know. He did use that word.
He was not European.
Because then he said, who's the, like something about bride. And we were like, we're all the bride. Yeah. Because we're, coincidentally, everybody's in white because
We
they're
were all
going to
wearing
Nantucket. Yeah.
Linens and white jeans.
Except for me in my gray sweatsuit. But
Except
that's
for
okay.
Brooke and her really cute.
But it was just not fitting for the vibes, but that's okay.
That's okay.
So then we're like, we have to take, 2 cars to then take to a ferry. It was a very logistically, the process.
No, it was like, okay, this is basically what it was. It was we were going to have to drive an hour and 45 minutes to Hyannis, which is like Cape Cod, basically, and then take an hour ferry from there, but then we get right into Nantucket. So we were like,
Guaranteed.
we know that ferry is leaving at that time and we just need to get there, like we can do it. It was just like another 3 hours, or we wait and then we have a 30 or 20 minute ride to Nantucket on the flight. So it was
But like, is the flight taking off?
Right.
Is it, yeah. Our bags are on the flight. They won't let us take our bags off. So that was,
some girls had carried on their bags, which was smart.
I learned a lot. I learned why my mom is the way she is this week.
Yeah, why she dresses nice, why does she carry on?
She's carries at least like an outfit,
An
like
outfit
something
with
in
her nice bags.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, she would do. Yeah. But anyway, so this guy became our friend. Danielle's like, I got to tell him we're leaving.
I had
We
to
were
tell
like-
because he was so invested.
We were like, okay.
Well, because he was like, I'm thinking about doing the same thing.
He did, but then he like moved seats. So then I was thinking that it was over, but
But not for Danielle.
you were like, I gotta tell him. We were like, you sure? You like run up to me like, what did you say? You're like, I have
Well,
to
we're all
tell you.
talking there, and everyone's like getting ready, and I was like, wait, our friend. And they were like, I was like, no, I'm going to tell him. So I run over there. I have to jump over all of these obstacles to get to him. It was
People in
not
suitcases.
easy. Suitcases. There were empty wheelchairs. Like, I'm like getting there.
Oh my God.
Finally, I didn't know his name. Obviously, I'm like, hey, you,
Hey.
hey, you. And he turns his head. I was like, I just want to let you know, like, we're gonna do the ferry option, and like, we're gonna head out now. And he just kind of looked at me, and he was like, okay. And I kind of wanted him to be like, I'm doing that too, because I wanted.
Yeah,
to feel
you
like,
wanted the reassurance of that
Yeah.
you were making the right choice. Yeah.
exactly. And he was like, okay. I was like, are you gonna do that too?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. And I was like, okay. And he was like, do you have an extra seat in your car? Like, but it wasn't like he was really asking. He was just like, is that what you're
Like, he thought that you
implying?
were trying to get numbers.
Yeah, I think he thought I was trying to get numbers, bodies to split that Uber.
But you were like, no, I'm just letting you know.
I was literally just letting him know, and I was like, "Oh, okay, no, I was just letting you know." Like,
Literally,
I don't even
no
know.
worries, yeah.
Literally, no worries. Ha. And he was like, "Okay, well, maybe I'll catch up with you guys." I was like, "I want to die." So
Watching this interaction was hysterical. The guy
Everyone got
wanted
the ick of
nothing
me.
to do with us. He was trying to look out the window. He kept like turning away.
no, he was literally. I didn't even register the fact that he moved chairs. So like, clearly, he didn't want to be around us. So
That's okay.
but it's okay.
No,
So,
you
and then
tried
we
to
did
do
pick up a girl that was also trying to leave.
Yep,
and so
we
she
picked
came
up
with
someone.
us.
She was like, "Are you guys on the Nantucket flight?" We're like, "Yeah." She was like, "Can I hitch a ride?" She hopped in our Uber.
She hopped in the car.
We ran into her at the brewery.
Yeah, we did. There was I saw a warm embrace. I didn't really get to know her.
Me neither. She wasn't in our car.
She wasn't in our car, but some of the girls had a warm embrace with her. Very excited
Yeah.
to reunite with their
Yeah,
friend from
yeah.
the ferry.
Of course, no. So we loaded up 2 cars.
But yes, keep in mind again, our luggage still stayed on
Keep
that
in mind,
flight. Mind you, at this point,
our luggage is still on the original flight.
it's on the original flight. So we did the journey. The ferry was lovely.
Can't recommend the high speed ferry enough. Yeah, that was
Oh my
really.
God.
Gosh, the people watching on that ferry, I didn't do much of it, but I hit up the snack stand, of course. And I saw multiple families, literally perfect families. Can I tell you? Like,
Perfect.
you know, to bring a tear to my eye. I don't know why it makes me want to cry. Like, I too have a great family of 4. Like,
Very
but it
lovely.
like makes me want to cry. I see 4 people and a big yellow dog, and they're playing cards at tables on the ferry. I was like,
It's a Land's End ad.
someone cast them immediately. Like,
Immediately.
yes,
I'm sure
Yes.
it was. There were guys there with their beers and their koozies, and their wives were waiting for them when we got there at the ferry. It was very wholesome, very preppy.
It was a sweater over your shoulders required, basically.
Required.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really that vibe. But like, I love Nantucket because everyone's so nice and like friendly. Like, it
They
doesn't
are.
feel hoity-toity. So
No, they like visitors, from what I understand. Like, that's what everybody says. Like, they like visitors. I think that they're very exclusive with like who has a house there.
Yeah.
You know,
But they love visitors. They need visitors for the
we
tourism.
fuel the
We fuel the
economy.
economy of Nantucket.
Yeah.
So we pull up. We're so excited, and
The
they
team
picked us
greets
up.
us. Oh my gosh, guys! They just planned everything to a T. Like, I felt so bad that like logistics,
messed up.
because you could tell that they like put their blood, sweat, and tears into this trip. You
They
know,
really did. But while our travel plans were changing, they changed the schedule, so we basically got to do everything still, and it didn't feel like that rushed either.
No.
Like, they changed everything. Like, we were supposed to go to Cisco Brewery and Crew for dinner the first night. We still went to Crew for dinner the first night. We went to Cisco the next day. Like, we were able to still do everything. So very, very impressed with how they got that to happen. But we did have dinner at Crew, which is like, I feel like the most popular restaurant in town. And we were like, oh my God, what the heck are we gonna
where? 'Cause I'm in sweatpants at this point. They're stained. I spilled coffee on myself. You have like workable pieces.
It was workable, but I had just been in it all day. I was wearing white jeans and a white tank with a sweater,
Yeah,
but it just wasn't giving Crew. But thankfully, Sam Edelman does have some clothing.
they do.
And they put clothes in our closet.
Yeah, so we didn't even have to make it work. Like, it just worked. It was like 2 pairs of jeans. There was a pair of sequin jeans.
And it was like the sequin jeans were in Brooke's size and the blue jeans were in my size. And I was like, fuck, like, I really want to wear the sequin jeans.
Yeah, and you were like, you should wear them. They'll look great on you. Like, you like,
Because I
yeah,
thought
and then
like
immediately-
those were the
no,
desirable
of
pair.
course. You were like, you should, and I was like,
Wear
I
them.
looked at them. I was like, I don't want to wear this. I don't want to wear these. Like, I thought that you were making it like I had to. Like, I was like, I don't want to wear them.
I wanted to wear them, but I was like, oh, these are your size.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll squeeze in them. Like,
I feel like their jeans have some forgiveness. I don't know if you, maybe not the sequin jeans. The ones I was wearing were,
well, they were my size.
oh, but they were the type of like, you know, like
Yeah,
that
like
jean.
a stre-
They
yeah,
were
these
not a
jeans are a
firm
little-
jean. They were
yeah.
very stretchy,
Yeah.
forgiving in the waist, you know.
Yeah. So we did a
Put on
little
some
jean
good
swap.
We wore jeans in our closet. There was like a button down waiting for us, so I put on a little button down.
And you channeled your inner Chessie.
I was giving Chessie. Yes, you wore sequin jeans. You were
They
asked
gave us shoes, of course. We had the shoes.
So we really were fine. We just didn't really have makeup or anything, but we
Yeah, we
pulled
went
it
no
together.
makeup.
I did a little powder, you know me.
A little. Brooke had a little powder.
I
Yeah,
did.
put on a little lip, and
Yeah.
they did give us like Peter Thomas Roth skincare and finery fragrances. So we had like products. They bought us deodorant and toothpaste.
Oh my gosh.
Really nice.
When we got back from dinner, like they like emptied out a bag. They were like, we got you guys all the essentials. Because our bags at that point had still not
we did think we were getting our suitcases that night, but the Nantucket airport's so
they closed.
Like was literally closed.
This message is brought to you by Old Navy. As our lovely listeners know, we love being gals on the go, and that's especially true in the summer when we practically live outside. Whether we're going for a walk, playing with friends, or honestly just running errands, we'll be doing anything to be outside and enjoy the summer weather that we've literally craved all year long and talked about on the podcast. And when it comes to finding the perfect fits for our summer on the go, we are obsessed with Old Navy. I have to say, literally this morning, I placed a huge order on Old Navy for both myself and Ryan. We have a trip coming up, the two of us soon, and they just have the best summer styles. Like, I'm serious. Like, just you wait till we're stunting in our Old Navy. They have the perfect activewear that's both fashion forward and functional. That means you get to wear all the cute, bright colors like poppy blues, greens, pinks, purples, while still enjoying a fabric that is sweat wicking with a non-pinching waistband. And for the lovely moms listening, Old Navy is the activewear destination for the entire family. So while you're treating yourself to that pair of kaleidoscope print leggings and a gorgeous top, you can also grab some cute things for the husband and kiddos. We made it through the winter, guys, and now it's time to feel and dress summer ready. Shop Old Navy activewear for the fam in-store and online at oldnavy.com.
So we didn't get our suitcases till the next morning, but literally at 7 a.m. they were outside of our doors. Like, we woke up, our eyes open. I was like, Brooke, are our bags here? So we're like tracking our air tags, and we're like, oh, they are literally here.
A great day. And then we had all of our looks, so it was no worries. Yeah,
no worries. Haha.
No worries. Other high level like things from we just have so many like new inside jokes to introduce you guys to. That's more so what it is. Like, it's like, you know, we did a lot of things that like we've done before on Nantucket. We feel very lucky. Like, we did a boat day. We've done a boat day before. I recommend it, you know, if you can, on Nantucket. It's nice.
It's really nice. We got to do a sailboat ride. What else did we do? Oh, well, we painted shoes that morning. I felt hung over that morning though. I had not even one full drink, but Miss Brooke Michio over here, we were both like, when we get back from dinner, let's watch Love Island. Like, it's so fun. Now that I'm watching it too, we could watch it together. But then I started to get a little sleepy. We'd had a long day.
It was after midnight. It was
halfway through the episode. I think my eyes started to close, and Brooke's like, Danielle.
I think then it was like 1. We didn't go to bed.
It was 1 a.m.
Yeah, but I was like, you're part of this routine. You'll stay until the routine is clean. Like, you'll watch this episode because I need to know what. I was like, unfortunately, I need to know what happens. Like,
yeah.
Because if you miss it, it's spoiled.
It's spoiled. The next morning, you're on Instagram and you see what happens.
So I was like, nah, play.
Yeah.
We finished it, and then I had to go into the fan theories, everything. So we went to bed very late.
Yes, yeah, Brooke loves the theory around 1 a.m. That's when Brooke's brain turns boop. I have so much to say. And it's just like, I can't even stop her because it's very sweet.
It's usually earlier than 1 a.m. It just happened to be at that time.
She had to talk to me about the Nicolandria theories
at the end.
Now I'm on that side of TikTok and I see it.
Oh, the fan edits and everything.
The fan edits. Oh my gosh, the fan edits. But it was a good episode to stay up till. But I felt so hungover the next morning for no reason other than.
Yeah, we asked everybody on the trip. We're like, anybody watch Love Island? They were like, oh my God, I tried, but I was so tired. I just fell right asleep. I was like,
we stayed up in the guest house. We were up late.
Yeah, we
were wild. They just knew we were gonna be wild like that.
They didn't. Yeah, they did. That's why they put us out there, I guess. The rest of the girls on the.
They did know. That's what I meant.
They did. They did know.
We painted flats. We painted shoes. They taught us how to paint hydrangeas. Yours was amazing. It really looked like hydrangeas.
When you compare it to the original, not so good. But when you just look at it on its own,
yeah.
One shoe is much better than the other. I'll put a picture in the newsletter if we get our shipment in, because well, I noticed I like did one and then I like really fine-tuned the skills for the second.
Yeah, so I know what you mean. Yeah, we need to do a side by side. Mine, on the other hand, looked like the mitochondria. You didn't give it. You had to give it more time. I was there. Everybody had finished. I'm still there. Everybody moved on. No, I moved on to breakfast. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go eat some breakfast. Yeah. I never finished it, but it was really looking like a science project. I think because I also had red heel, or I don't know why I keep saying heels. They were flats, red sandals. And they just red with the blue. It didn't look good. But now I do know, like, I think I could do it better next time. And like painting a hydrangea is fun, like mixing all the colors.
It's not very hard. Like, it's like dots and like circles basically. And like
just dots.
The stem is the hardest part in the leaves.
Yeah. So that was nice. A nice way to start the day. The pool was lovely. We had time to chill by the pool, jump in the water.
Yeah, and we really made, I have to say, like, we made great friends with the girls on the trip. Like, definitely know these people, like, from New York and whatever, but at the same time, not, like, necessarily the people that we always hang out with and see.
Yeah, I loved that. It was such a great group of people. So many people. Most of you guys lived in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There was 2 of us that lived in Manhattan, and then the other was from Nashville.
I know.
I think really everyone was Brooklyn.
Big Brooklyn group.
It was
really
so
big.
cute.
Everyone like was like Greenpoint. I was like,
Greenpoint group. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It was that was really, really great. We got to, what did we do the second night? We had a clam bake, which I was really excited about because corn on the cob was involved, and I love some corn.
That was you talked about your cauliflowers. I think we must have mentioned the cauliflower steak, so you have to update everybody on.
It's so funny. Brooke and I sometimes will forget what we say on the podcast, and then we'll post something, and everyone's commenting like, "Oh my gosh, did you end up getting the cauliflower steak?" And Brooke and I are like, "How the fuck did they know?"
Like they're mind readers.
And then we're like,
the mind readers.
Literally talk for an hour every week. Like, must be that. So update. The vegetarian option was.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
With a side of cauliflower. I've never had ratatouille before.
Ratatouille was really good. I don't know. I'm doing Italian. Isn't that French?
No, it's French. Oui.
Ratatouille. Bonsoir. But that was fun. And I did eat the corn on the cob that was infused with the clam bake. So I think that's
That's progress. That's progress. Did you like the potato? I had the potatoes too. Did you?
I couldn't find any because they basically just like laid
dumped
the food.
It. Yeah. Dumped
truck and
there's just like big lobsters and meaty claws of clams and like that was crazy.
I really enjoyed that dinner though because we were like at the house. It felt like
so fun.
Oh, it was such a good vibe.
Felt like home.
It felt like home, and they hired this. There's this company on Nantucket. I don't know the name of it.
I know it. Nantucket Magic.
Nantucket Magic. If you do any event on Nantucket, you got to use them. They come with everything. They come with a singer, band, bartenders, bar, clam bakes, private movie theater thing.
Yeah, they I think that they
theater.
like can do anything your heart desires. From what I gather.
Like a bachelorette on Nantucket Magic.
Katie wants to have her bachelorette there, so we'll have to keep that in mind for her.
File that away.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Storing that for later.
Storing that in my brain. So no, it was so nice. We ended the night with Mamma Mia. Brooke whispers over. She goes, "I've never seen this movie in full." And I was like, "What?"
I haven't. I have a confession. So, and I even have questions about it. Like, it's kind of recent. Like, it's not. I remember when it came out, we were like in middle school or like elementary school, right?
Yeah, like it came out when we were, growing
So what
up.
was? It was just a Broadway show before.
Yeah.
And then they just made it into a movie musicale.
I wonder what came first, actually. Because I saw the Broadway show when I was so young.
I thought that it was a Broadway show like forever. Like for some reason I thought.
ABBA.
Yeah, aren't they old? Like that's over. Like
I don't
really know much about it. I like ABBA music. Don't get me wrong, but like people at a bar, they're like ABBA, ABBA, ABBA. Like they love it. They know the words to every song. Like I did not grow up in an ABBA household. Like
Same thing as like Mr. Brightside and like songs like that.
Yes.
Play Dancing Queen.
Of course, Dancing Queen. Of course, like but the rest of it, like the.
I only
money,
know...
money.
Oh, you didn't know that song?
No, I've literally never heard that song. Yeah.
So when we filmed that video, you were like...
I was like, what are the words again? Thank you.
Wow, you were so chill about it. I didn't realize.
Yeah. I was so hot.
It was so hot, guys. We were mad respect to people that like Brooke and I have a TikTok, but we are not TikTokers. Like seriously, mad respect. Like there were girls that were like, no, we will do it again.
We will do it again. Like the outfit shot was not good enough and we'll do it again. And like they...
Yep. Yeah. Oh, your words didn't line up with the song good enough. Like, let's do it again. Yeah. But it wasn't in a negative way. It was like they want they want it to be perfect for everyone to see. Like, not to see that they're perfect, but like to feed the audience good content. Yes, they really did. So we were blood, sweat, and tears for these.
Literally.
These
it was physical.
It was physical labor, honestly. We were really, really excited.
At one point I was like, guys, if you want another take, I need sugar quickly. And Danielle goes, because the sun was just beaming in my eyes and I was like, I fucked up the last take and I was like, I'm about to tap out, help me. And Danielle like reaches over, she's like, you have one thing about Danielle, you have like an emergency kit always, and I knew that you keep you carry
my bag is packed. I don't think you really realize
you're gonna be a great mom one day because you're gonna have a lot of things on you. No, and you're like, Brooke, you were like looking me in the eyes. You're like, look at me.
I thought you were like seeing stars.
No, I was like, if I have to do another take, I might pass out. Like, you know, it was like a threat. It was like.
But you were giving signs of that.
No, I was so hot though. Like I was definitely like, I was also the only one in the sun at that point. Everybody else was out of it. Like it was like that one spot that I was in was hitting in the sun, and they were like,
you were like sweating.
I was like, guys, I had sweat on my upper lip. I've never sweat there my entire life.
Oh man, you were sweating so bad. And I was really hot, and I had like the sweater over my shoulders, and I was like, oh my god.
You needed it.
Brooke was like, so then I can't do another take. Like, I'm about to fall over. You said something so immediately. I had put a Kind bar in my bag. I pull it out, and I'm unraveling.
No, you offered
I'm like, take
me.
a bite,
you said banana Kind bar.
Oh yeah, I had a banana too. I was like, which one? You're like, I'll take the Kind bar.
But then of course I had time to check it for ingredients. Like I was like, I don't need a banana that badly. I'll go for the Kind.
Like, is there nuts? I was like, I don't know, check.
You were like eat quickly.
And that's why I keep snacks with me, because sometimes like forever I've just always, even my therapist suggested, because I get anxious.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Like if you're like blood sugars or whatever. So
I know.
Oh my
I do get that. I think it was just a moment of me, you know, just being dramatic and being like,
but you did take it, so you must have needed.
No, I did, and then we had to do one more shot, and then we were done. Thank gosh. And then, you know, it turned out great. Go watch it.
Please go watch it. We posted on Instagram. We collab posted.
Yeah. No, that was fun. Everybody's really great. They really are so good at the content. I think about this every brand trip. But then like I have like my big ass like vlog camera like rig. So they're probably like, what is that?
No, I can't wait. Like by the time this is up, I'm sure the Nantucket vlog will be up.
For sure.
Shortly. And I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the boat day. Oh, and then we went into town. My new favorite store, Nantucket Crisps.
Yes, we got some chips.
Do they only sell them on Nantucket?
I don't know, because I've only ever had them on Nantucket.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good chips.
They're
pretty good
really
chips.
good.
And of course I had to buy the merch. We were so hot and delirious at this point that we just started telling the guy working in the shop our whole life story. I don't know why.
Man.
Well, we like stumble in, like, you know, we came in so hot with my camera. I was like, Danielle, film me shopping. He was like, you ladies visiting town. Like,
and then I decided to be like, yeah, we're on a brand trip. Like I was just feeling random.
People don't know what that is.
I know. I was just
people don't know.
No, they don't.
That,
and I was like,
what the fuck? Like, people don't know what that is.
No idea. And I was like, we're here with like a brand. And he was like, okay, you and everyone else, sure.
Yeah. He was like, what brand?
We were literally sweating, and Brooke is like, ooh, should I get this? Well, I can't try it on. I'm wet. Like we were so
we were just being silly. And then you were like, I want merch too.
And then I bought a hat because I liked the color combo, and I looked at him. I was like, yellow and blue. I love that. I'm like, why would I say that to this man? And then I was like, I'll buy us some chip clips. And then I was like, oh, I'm not spending much money right now. Like I put myself on a spending freeze for clothes and stuff for like a little bit because of this apartment sitch. And like, he didn't need to know that. I was like, oh, I'll buy us the chip clips. Actually, I'm on a spending freeze, but these are chip clips. Like I could.
He was just like, just tell me what the fuck you want.
Yeah, it was just so much was happening.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. And then we went and got Mexican food. It was so good. What's the name of that place?
Surfside.
That was your call. You remembered.
I was proud of myself.
You're like, I want to go to this taco place. I was like, I don't know if that's good enough for us. It was. I have to give you the credit. It was perfect.
Because normally my suggestions when it comes to food, I'm usually about the atmosphere.
This was like the total opposite.
This was good food, no atmosphere.
Hot,
very hot. Get your hot tacos here. So we did that and walked around.
This episode is so fucking wrong.
Brooke noticed that I have a new obsession.
Yeah. Well, somehow it came up at the Providence airport first, I think, because we had a lot of time to peruse the gift shops there.
It was at
the sorry, stop. It was at the brewery in the Providence airport. They had a big sign for it.
For the Jaws 50th anniversary, because it was filmed, I think, in Providence, but it's also based, like, Amity Island's like a fake place, but I always thought it was based off of like Cape Cod, Nantucket, which it totally gives that vibe. Guys, I had never seen Jaws before for obvious reasons. I grew up in Florida. My parents were like, you should not watch this. You're already scared of sharks. Like, that's not. And on the way back from Jamaica, Ryan and I decided to watch Jaws together on the plane. Incredible movie.
Did you just start at the same time?
Yeah, I did the whole boop. And then like at one point he was trying to talk to me, so he paused his. I was like, no, now we
You
have
lost.
to catch up and pause. And then when I had to pee, we had
you
to
have
pause
to
it. And I had to pee a lot because that's what I do.
How many pee breaks in Jaws? Is Jaws a long movie?
I don't know.
Is there like a plot, or is it
Yes,
just
no? That's why it was so
Okay.
good. It wasn't just people getting like eaten by sharks. I mean, honestly, it is a lot of people getting eaten by sharks, but also
a lot of people die?
A lot of people die.
Is
like,
it
under 5? I think.
But like, is it like tragic deaths, or is it like we have to beat the shark? Like I don't. I guess I just
We have
never
to beat
really.
the shark.
Okay.
But there's also like the town of Amity Island.
and
They're
then-
like, they don't want to close the beaches because it's 4th of July weekend. It's a big deal. But the police are like, people are dying from the sharks. And he's like, no, I think we got the shark. They have a whole
lied.
contest who can get the shark. And so they think they got the shark, but then really the shark's still out there. It's incredible. And I'm telling Delaney about it.
Really?
She's like, you watched Jaws? That's my 5th favorite movie. I'm like, how? Why is it your 5th favorite?
Delaney's a movie buff though. What's her
Movie
first favorite
buff.
movie?
I made her.
I need
think
to
it's,
know if Jaws is number 5. What's
I can't tell you the order, but it's
Okay.
Shawshank Redemption, Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
Grease is her first favorite.
Grease is her first favorite movie?
Yes, she loves
Wow.
Grease.
Okay, I've seen that movie. So.
You've seen it?
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption might be my favorite movie too. Like, I
It's
feel like that's like a classic.
incredible.
We're talking like classic movies, like and not
Yeah.
like Mean Girls. Like you
Yeah,
know,
Mean Girls.
Like Mean Girls, like might be my favorite movie. But that's like lowbrow take, and then like I have my highbrow take. You know,
I like that. Quiet luxury, loud rich, or whatever we were saying. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but then Brooke's vocabulary is amazing. Like I just like love it. We were in a gift shop, looking at merch, and there was a lot of like shark related things, and Brooke's like, oh my god, look, like Jaws, there it is again. And so she pulls out her big old camera, and if you were just walking by Brooke Michio, like if you didn't know who she was, and you're
no,
like,
it
what's
was a
that girl?
big camera. It was like
Big
a
camera.
Yeah.
You're like hunched over filming this shark, and Brooke goes, big Jaws motif on this island. I'm like, motif?
There were
Jaws
shark-
motif.
I've never noticed that before.
No, I think it was the 50th anniversary.
There was shark plushies everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They have, and like it would be a Nantucket shark. Like I never associated sharks with Nantucket. I know that there are sharks. Like yes, I
Yeah.
know that there are sharks, but like there's other symbols. Maybe like a seashell. Maybe like
yeah, like a starfish.
An
I don't know.
oyster.
Oysters for sure.
like
Whales. I don't know why I associate whales with Nantucket.
because there's a whaling museum in town.
Oh, the in town.
In town, there's a whale.
That is why.
Literally all the time we go there.
Literally all of the time. Okay, so I think we need to get. I don't even
Flight home.
flight home.
Is there anything else about the trip? Anyway, so basically it's just
Oh, I
weird
did
that
realize
Danielle's
one thing.
obsessed with Jaws. It's just fucking weird.
It is.
It's so off brand for her. Like, and you were like, oh, maybe I'll like get some. Like,
I
Really-
know. I was like, should I buy something? Like,
it was really random.
there was
It
like a shark claw clip. I was like, do I cop? Like, do I cop?
It's so off brand for you to be interested in Jaws. Like,
So
I
off
can't.
brand.
Okay.
So off brand. I also have to note that Brooke and I found our happy medium when it comes to music in the morning.
We did.
I am
Big moves. Big
thrilled
moves.
to announce that Brooke and I, we like a lot of the same music, but like it's hard to find light music in the morning because I don't really like to get ready in the silent. Brooke is like fine with it, or
Yeah, I
like
don't
we'll
care.
talk. I need like a light beat. So someone brought, so we were playing Jack Johnson in the car, like
Mm-hmm.
the brand girl was, and Brooke's like, I love Jack Johnson. I was like, you do?
You're unlocking new things about me every day.
Every
Yeah.
fucking day. And you were like, yeah, I used to, growing up, I'd listen to, From Here, From Now to You, Shot, Reverse Shot.
I was like listing the tracks on the 2013 album.
I was having
Yeah.
a moment because that's what I used to listen to growing up, like driving to high school. And I was like, oh my God, Brooke, that's our new friendship
Yeah.
music.
No, me too. We were just living two parallel lives, us, New York, Florida.
Jack Johnson is our middle ground. So
It's
then
good.
I was playing Jack Johnson day and night, unfortunately.
Yeah, then it just became Jack Johnson overdose.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, let's switch it up to some Odessa or something. I don't know what we ended
Yeah.
up doing, but yes, that was really exciting. So amazing trip overall.
Great group. Oh, Danielle pranked me. Well, it wasn't just pranks.
You gotta go watch our TikTok of the bugs.
There was a lot of bugs. At first, it started out as a joke.
I would
then it
like
wasn't-
pretend to wipe
then
it
it
off
wasn't
her
really a
arm.
joke. Other people got in on the joke.
Other
Other
people
people
were
started
pranking
pranking
Brooke.
me. No, it really became a whole thing. I was like, wow.
Because it's just
Right.
like, I'm so sorry, but it's the way Brooke reacts to
I know.
bugs is hilarious.
That's, I don't like them. I
And a
don't
lot
like
of people
them.
are on your side. Like a
They
lot
are.
of people don't like bugs. I don't like bugs.
No, but you handled it. Like, it's like someone's got to take care of it. And it's like, alrighty, like I'll take a whack.
I'll take a whack at it. I'm smacking the bugs. Like we're getting rid of them.
Yeah.
So that was funny. Lots of bugs out and about.
Yeah.
So then we had to get home and we're on our way to the airport. I'm so glad I ended up keeping my makeup on, which I almost like got in the shower and like really didn't, but I'm really glad I did. I put on my little American flag sweater, my little jeans.
Once again, another cute outfit.
Once again, another cute airport outfit. Because I can't lie, in the back of my mind, I was like, I could see another ferry ride in our future.
Oh, you saw.
Well, because everyone kept saying, like, I didn't think anything of it, but everyone's like, I hope our flight's good. You
I know.
it's a
I
little
think that they
overcast.
jinxed us from that. I
'Cause
didn't.
You and I are like, what? We've flown
No.
on overcast days
I
to
know.
Nantucket.
And
And we were
tried
being
to keep-
annoying, of course.
We were being so annoying. And we're like, listen, we've done this literally all of the time.
Literally all of the time.
We summer here all of the
We
time.
summer here for 3 days in a row, once a year, like, all of the time.
We're like, we've never had flight problems before.
We really never had.
With that airport. But
Yeah.
we've had, other things.
Yeah, so
Whatever.
we're on our way to the airport. Brooke and I are in separate cars. I get a notification, flight's delayed, and I'm like, oh, I'm surely the other car saw this too. And I'm just thinking, this is the beginning of the end. Like,
Oh, you knew.
I had a feeling.
See, I looked into the stats. I clicked
Oh,
on
yeah,
it. I
you
clicked
did.
like on Delta, like, the app gives you a lot of info.
It
It says,
does.
where's my plane right now? So I saw that it was still in flight. I was like, okay, that makes sense. It's still coming here.
And that made me feel better. You were
Yeah.
like, no, it's just because the plane's not here.
And then
yet, but
and
it's
then there's
all right.
other stats. It's like how much percentage of the time is this route delayed? And it was 50%, 30-minute delay. And it was like a 30-minute delay. So I was like,
No problem.
we're 1 out of 2,
Easy, boom, done.
Okay.
So everyone was feeling good. And then we were just waiting there and waiting there. They just
kept pushing. Well, they didn't
Not
even
even
make any.
pushing.
No, they didn't make any. The plane arrived.
Yeah,
Our
the plane
bags
was-
got loaded onto the plane even.
got our notification about that.
And we were all sitting outside, like in a different area of the waiting room, because there's like 2 waiting rooms. There's an outside and an inside waiting room at the Nantucket airport. It's a very small airport. There is no cafe. There's no, there's vending machines and a small market. Is that what we want to
Interesting
call it?
market with interesting snow globes from Washington, D.C.
Oh.
Not Nantucket.
Yeah, it was, and then some like chakra goodies. Like, I
Yes,
was like,
things people Michelle would like.
Yes.
Random little tchotchkes.
Yes. Tchotchkes. You got like a protein, like a
I got
local protein cookie.
A big fat cookie, they called it.
Okay.
Delicious. Brownie batter cookie.
Yum.
But yeah, so we're just waiting there, and then
We realized we haven't heard anything for a while, so we go to check in. Like we went up to the desk. They're like, no updates. We're like, what do you mean there's no updates? Like it's
didn't know we needed an update. I thought we were
Yeah.
just gonna board soon.
like it's like 5 o'clock.
Our flight was at 4, I think. So then we're just starting to realize, like, girls are starting to chit chat, like, guys, is this gonna happen?
And then it was 6 o'clock. We were like, what's happening? Oh, then they were like, we'll have an update for you guys at
5:45.
5:45. But no, we stayed for that update though. Then they were like,
Yeah,
we're gonna have an
then the next one's at 6:45. Basically,
Yes.
every hour they were gonna.
like
have
we're
an
gonna give you an update every hour. We were like, what do you mean an update
every hour? Hell,
But like
how
the
many
bag
hours?
is on the plane, so like, what are you talking about? They're like, we're waiting for like ground control or something.
Yeah, they're waiting. Yeah,
I don't really know what the problem is.
Who even
Everyone's like, what's
knows?
the problem? Now you heard about the way here. I'm team go. I'm team. I literally turned to actually I think a big group, but I was like, I'm getting home tonight. I
I don't know who else, but
I don't know
I'm
who else. Me and my colleague,
my associate and I
my business partner and I
are gonna look into
are
this.
looking into the matter.
Brooke, I don't even think they believed you. Brooke pulls open her computer and starts chopping away.
Well, 'cause first I was on my phone and I realized I was like, "Ugh, I need more. I
This
need
is
a
a
big
computer
screen.
job,
It's a
yeah.
computer job, and then I realized I kind of need to start acting with urgency because no, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to bring it to that level, but I realized there was very limited options. The airport closes at a certain time, so I was like, if I want to get off this island tonight, I have to act quick. No one else was moving with urgency. They're all just like fucking delays, like,
Oh, I know.
But I don't know if they really like cared to get home that much. Why did I have to get home? I don't know. Literally no reason. I just didn't want to be
There
there.
were other girls that had bachelorette trips
Yeah.
the next morning, had to get to their grandfather's birthday, like all these things. And Brooke and I are like, well, we have to podcast tomorrow. So
We were like, we have to watch Love Island
we have to watch Love Island tonight.
and podcast tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking, okay, I have to leave for Tampa
Yeah,
on
you have to go.
Saturday. So I was like, I will have one day. Like, I need to,
You know, team go. Team go.
I was
Converted?
not going to do a different thing than you.
Yeah, that would be.
Because I was thinking about it. If you weren't there, I probably would have been one of the like chill
No,
girls.
I get that.
Because yes, I'm a planner, but I don't stuff like that. I didn't even know there were like I wouldn't have thought it was even an option to do what we did.
Yeah.
So you,
I said
MVP.
hell or high water.
Hey, Brooke, we're all
Thank you.
holding you.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, it stemmed from a selfish decision, me wanting to get home. You know, I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. And I knew I had I knew I had you. Like, I was like, so at least it's two of us.
Danielle will do it.
It's like, it's me and Danielle. We go up to like the Delta guy.
Lewis and Clark.
Your favorite explorers. We literally were. We were like this way. Like, you know, there should be like a statue of us.
I've never done this in my life. We were given the information by this sweet man, Dustin, at Delta.
Dustin,
our associate. He sees us.
He should be promoted. Like, he should be promoted to senior associate.
Needs to. I have a few names that need to be promoted, and we will say them throughout the night.
One thing about Danielle, she loves to collect a name. She's like, someone will like. We went to a desk and, you know, they were like, oh, I don't have that information, but like maybe the guy outside does. She's like, and what's your name? Okay, Nancy, thank you.
I needed to know in case someone's like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, well, Nancy said that
you were storing all of the information for later.
I wasn't really fucking around. As your associate, I had to pull some weight.
Well, I literally did start assigning you jobs. I was like,
Danielle, here's my credit card.
I did. At one point, I was like, Danielle, I have to tend to this. I have to talk to everybody. You have to do the booking.
Because there were girls needing comforting.
No. Then you were the anti-anxiety department.
No, I don't. Yeah, we didn't even get to that. Oh my God, sorry.
Okay. We're such bad storytellers because it was just so chaotic.
No, I mean, because there were girls that were like, oh, can I add on? And you're like, unfortunately,
no.
Danielle, you take the phone.
She yelled at me on the phone, didn't she? She's like, I gotta start all over now that you said 4.
It's like, okay, girls, Danielle, you continue talking. Girls, I'm gonna need you to call her separately. I want us all to go. She's holding our spots. She's got a spot held for you. You were making sure there were a lot of us, and you were like, I can get us 2 planes.
No, so we found out that there's another. It's quote private, but it's semi-private. It's not a jet. Found that out from your comments, Danielle. It's not a jet.
Well.
I
kind of maybe knew that, but like whatever. Private jet. Let us have it.
Yeah.
Private plane.
Ben said it's like a propeller plane or something.
All right.
Like because of the thing, the spin. No, whatever. It was a private plane.
It was private.
It was not a helicopter. It was a plane. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have this airline called Tradewinds where it's like semi-private. Like you could buy a seat. It's a little bit more expensive than a commercial flight. Smaller.
You don't have to go through security.
I guess. Yeah. Oh my God.
We literally showed up.
Holy shit.
5 minutes before the flight. Well, okay.
Okay. Now that I think about it.
Dustin comes over to us and he's like, girls, like if I see what you're doing, like if you want to go, you can leave and come back. I was like, what do you mean? We already went through security. He was like, no. You can leave. Just make sure you have your boarding pass. You can come right back in. And we were like, what about our bags? He was like, give me your bag tags. Give me 4 minutes. I can go get your suitcases off the plane. I've never been told that you can get our suitcases.
No. But first we were like, before we do any drastic measures like taking our suitcase off the plane, we're going to go take a look, see what's going on.
Yes.
Because it's in like a different building, basically. It's not even a terminal. It's literally like a house, like a building.
Yeah, and this is like never the occurrence when like the private airport is right next to like
yes.
steps away, like a sidewalk away.
Yes.
So we run over there. We can't find anyone.
We ran. I was like, Danielle, pick up the pace.
Pick up the pace. We can't find anyone. Then they're like, no, you got to call to book it. So we go back through security. I had to lose my water that I brought with me because I'm stupid.
Oh, he was like, ma'am, unfortunately.
He scans my ID.
No,
he goes, unfortunately. I'm like, oh no, this is the end.
I thought that you were flagged for something.
I know, flagged. I'm like, I have the real ID, whatever.
Yeah, no, and he's unfortunately, and he like paused.
No,
it was so
terrible.
We both were like, oh.
And he was like, you can't bring that water. I was like, oh, take it. Good riddance, my San Pellegrino. Okay. We go to security. We couldn't wait faster for our phone to come through the tray. I threw my phone on the thing. He's like, you got to put it in a little circle box. Like
because at this point we realized that it was 6:30. It was 6:25, and there was one of these private charter flights at 6:45, and then there was another one at 8:30. And we were like, we want. Danielle and I are reasoning with each other on the walk back. We're like, I think we deserve to get on the one.
We're like, okay, well, we're getting on the first one. Meanwhile, half the people don't even want to do this.
No, I was like, we're going to present the information. So then I go back and I was like, hear ye, like we have an announcement. And
we are so excited to announce.
We are so excited. Brooke and Danielle are so excited to announce that we found a solution. We can split up onto these 2 planes home. I was like, whoever wants to get home tonight, You can join us.
Brooke is
you don't have to join us.
holding seats. She's putting her card down.
I took out my card and I said, I'm gonna announce to the group what we're doing. Danielle, you're gonna book this. And I had 2 brave volunteers stand up immediately. Thank you. I had Ran and I had Barb. Yeah, Barbara. So Barbara and Ran stood up and they were like, I'm coming home tonight. I'm coming home. I was like, thank you, girls. You know, we had a lot of people hesitating. The flight was leaving in 15 minutes. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I was like,
it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. Meanwhile, Dustin's standing there, and I'm like, don't get our bags just yet. Like, we just want to make sure.
We just want to make sure. Dustin was on standby.
He was literally on standby. He was like, don't worry, I'm literally not doing anything else. We're like,
yeah,
cool.
Don't worry. And the plane only had 8 seats. I guess I should have known there was 8 tickets available to book. But only 5 people wanted to come. Christina ended up coming later, like I said, but I only booked for 4. It was very, very stressful situation. This is such a long-winded story. People but wanted to know what actually fucking happened.
Yeah, if you want to see a visual of it, we collab posted on Instagram,
yes.
a little vlog.
Yes, basically how we ended up. No one invited us on a private jet. This was like a paid. We paid.
So then we all get our suitcases off the plane. We're running there. We pull up. Johan Rodriguez, I love you, our guy.
You got his first and last name.
Yeah, because I meant to tell him I need to get him a raise because he was amazing. Then we get there and we're like, okay. He's like, so we're gonna get you guys on soon. You know, it's blah.
No, we
blah.
ran up and they were laughing at us.
Oh, I missed that.
It was him
at the
and
end.
Oh yeah, you were behind. I was the leader of that.
Yes,
you
were the leader.
I've
of the
never
whole
run,
day.
so I need to check. I don't think my Oura ring.
You didn't have your
charged.
Oura ring on.
Oh my god, it was because I ran across.
You ran. The girls were running behind you. We pull up, but then I think then he's joking with you.
There was 2 people who looked like they belonged on a private jet. Like
they were headed to Teterboro.
Yes,
the private airport.
They didn't even let us book for that one. I was like, can we get some girls on the Teterboro flight? They were like, that you have to have like gold status to unlock that. I was like, oh my God, there's like levels
take
to
White
this.
Plains, New York. We will do that.
It was great. And I was like, we're here. Did the plane leave? And he was like, no, I got a call to hold the plane. We were like, oh my God, hold the plane.
Because I guess there was no one on the flight.
He was like,
and all of a sudden we got added.
Yeah, he was like, we were about to fly this plane empty. You 5 are the only 5.
Then we're like,
yeah, it was amazing. Plane. Then we realized it and we were just hyped up. Then some girls started to get nervous.
Then they started to realize, oh my God, we're getting on a small plane.
Oh my God, we're the only 5 people on the plane. Like, that's scary.
And I didn't even see this happening. Brooke, our CEO of the day, sees them.
I identified the nervous passenger.
Yes, you identified the nervous
passenger. And then I felt guilty because I didn't want, like, we were just making these decisions so quickly and I didn't want anyone to be like, oh my God. And I felt pressured and Brooke was like yelling and screaming. Like, I don't know. I was like doing a lot.
But no, you were very clear from the beginning, like, I'm getting home. This is how I'm doing it. And you were very inclusive, but you were not making anyone. You weren't even making me do it.
My associate always.
I just figured.
My partner.
But
no,
anyway,
it was the Brooke and Danielle operation. If you look back at the videos of me like giving the thing, like you're like nodding.
I know. I literally saw the videos. I'm like, okay. But anyway, so you see the girls. Let's bring this home. So you see the girls start to panic. I see like some teary eyes.
We like, oh my God, I don't know if this is safe, you know. And I was like, Danielle's on the case. Like, I got my anxiety department right here. Danielle whips out. She's like, I got medication. I got oils. What do you want? Like, she was like,
I'm literally passing
oiling
out
it out.
Like,
yeah,
it's my job. We're sniffing essential oils. We're doing breathing exercises. They were like, oh my God, like, thank you so much. Like, I'm like, here's some ashwagandha. You know, we've got everything.
No, and I'm dealing with he's like, what's your weight? Like,
yeah. Then we had to tell everyone had to give him their weight
because it's a small plane. I guess.
I get it.
What else did we have to? Oh, he was like,
we met the pilot. I shook his hand.
Yes.
I made sure to look him in the eye and be like, you're getting us home safe, my guy. We had Mac and Mike.
I mean, I was watching him the whole time and I still had eyes on that flight map.
Yeah.
You know me.
Because then we get on the plane and Brooke's like, well, first of all, you were like, I thought I'd be wearing something a little bit nicer for my first, because we're all taking like vibey private jet photos.
They were like, let's take a picture of me walking on the plane. I was like, I'm in my Nantucket crisp sweatshirt. I don't know how to tell you that.
With our Labubu
and 8 million bags. You know, he was like, one carry-on. He was like, you could just bring those. That's fine. Like, he didn't know what he
dense. He goes, no.
He's like, don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. Like, there weren't the same, like, there were not enough people on the plane anyways.
I was a little worried for you because there was no bathroom on the plane.
Did
you think about it? Because I asked about it. I was like, there's a bathroom on the plane. He was like, no, actually not on this one.
My associate needs a bathroom on the plane.
My business partner requested the plane.
When you were calling court, when you were telling everyone the situation, when we came back, I peed really quick.
You did.
Yes, 'cause
that's
I
what it
knew
was.
That was the last time I'd pee for a while. So then we get on the plane, and I'm like, Brooke, do you not like that we don't have a screen in front of us? Because Brooke's used to it. And she goes, no, I have the pilots.
I was watching the pilot's map. I was really locked in. I was like, we're flying over Martha's Vineyard. I saw the airport
she would
codes.
Tell me.
Saw the airport codes. I was like, we're locked. Yeah.
That's how you knew?
Yeah.
I was wondering because I took a quick look and I'm like, how does she see? So you saw that? You were like, I see CT or like.
I saw MY or MV, whatever it was. Like I saw like the
Martha's
airport,
Vineyard.
the code, and then I saw like the fork of Long. I did see like a light map, like so I saw like
I
the
did
fork of
see
Long
on
Island. I
one
was
of the sides.
Now we're in Connecticut,
Yeah, it was really pretty. It was really cool. Felt so grateful. It was really cool to see like what they see in the front, and then we realized like
They see nothing pretty much.
they see
There's-
nothing. Honestly, not to make you guys scared, but they just see clouds.
It's kind of no. At one point we're like, oh okay, well.
So we're all just in this together. They really rely on the map. Like, yes, they like look. I would notice one of the pilots. He would look right and left, make sure there was no one nothing nearby.
No obstacles on the road.
No obstacles on the road. But really, it was the map, which was so interesting.
Yeah.
And
Danielle and I, she didn't know about this, that we had a sort of like a bet going, like of who was going to fly private first. And
had no idea about this bet that you speak of.
well, we always talked about it, and it was always like, I bet Danielle will fly private first.
Yes, from the live show, like our first live show.
Yeah.
It was like, who's most likely to end up on a private plane first, and it was me. Oh, okay. Because Brooke goes, Danielle, no more competition. Like, we're gonna ride it together for the first time. I was like, what competition? But that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
So now we both did it together.
It
The
was
gals
really
did it
cool.
together. Next up, Gals Air.
Gals Air. No, it was so cool. We landed. It was literally the easiest flight. Like, really not much turbulence at all. We landed. We ended up at this Million Air terminal. That's what it's called.
And we were clearly out of place. I mean, we were clearly out of place from the beginning. Actually, when we rolled up, he was like, Johan was like, I know, like he was like, first time, and I was like, how'd you know? And he was like, we can tell.
We can tell when you're
He was like,
first
no, it's like a friends and family type of airline.
Yeah, so he hadn't met us before. These gals and their
And then there
outfits.
was all, really, really like professionally dressed people when
There
we
were men
came in the
headed
terminal.
to fancy golf tournaments.
There were women in the most
businessmen.
like gorgeous dresses. Like
Oh
I was
my
like, oh my
God.
gosh, they're giving.
It was so cool. There was like a Starbucks vending machine. Not even vending. I'm not even giving it. It
was really
there were
important
watches
people going
for sale.
important places. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then we're waiting for our Ubers, and then we were able to go home. And we found out that Taylor Swift had been there 3 days before us, landing her plane. That was cool.
And now I guess we fly private.
And now I guess we fly private. So can't wait to get on my Delta flight tomorrow. No, I love Delta. I really do. So yeah, that was the gals' journey. That was such a long road, but we had to take you guys along it all. Like, seriously, had the best time, the best laughs. Like, I think we need to do more things like that where
We do, but less forcing of dancing because they think you're holding me hostage.
No, dude, and it really wasn't. Like, one night Brooke was like, should we do the man-child dance?
No,
for
I
my
suggested it. I
TikTok?
think I just smile nervously.
Yeah, Brooke, when she dances, just keeps the same smile. Like, I think I open my mouth, I close my Brooke's just like,
I'm not like memorizing the moves is enough. Like I have to focus on what's coming. I'm thinking about what's coming next, you know?
like, Brooke, blink twice if you're okay. Because it literally looked like someone was holding gunpoint to her.
I know.
and
I am.
dance.
I really am okay. I just like know that I'm not a good dancer, so I'm like trying
You were
not to
focused,
look-
and you did a great job. You really did a great job.
Really?
I really think that way. Feel that way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, well, I know we went over time, but hey, extra long, juicy episode for you guys. We love you endlessly. Oh my God. Subscribe to our newsletter for all kinds of exclusive photos and info there.
Is it 4th of July? Happy 4th of July. Or
It
no,
would've
maybe
already
that
happened.
passed. Sorry, wow.
Happy July.
I lied. It's Happy July. Oh my God, we're already into July, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and next week we have big things coming. We could just say that.
All we have to say is see you next week. Like, see you next week in a whole fun way.
We love you guys.
Yeah. We
We'll
love
see
you guys
then.
so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.